What's going on, guys? My name is Luke Warwick. Welcome into the YouTube. I am or what the media would technically call my business model, a growth operator. But I don't really like to go by that term. I more so help people who already have current offers scale their offers, or I help them build out back-end systems for their current offers. Or if they don't even have an offer, I have built out offers that they haven't even had in the first place. So mainly what I do is I help scale their current offers through different strategies, funnels, email campaigns, webinars, all this kind of stuff. And I basically just help with the back end work of it and build out sales teams if necessary. But the main point of this video and what I'm going to be going over is to basically explain what I'm going to do within the next few months and what my plan is and what I've already done, and kind of just how I'm going to scale my own offers, which is crazy because that's what I do for other people. But now I need to scale my own because I only have a little bit of proof of concept and have only done a little bit of the big things that I want to do. So I'm going to make this video quick. I know people don't have a long attention span, so I'm going to get right into it. So step one of this entire process is I needed a little bit of proof of concept. I needed a little bit of leverage in order for any of this to be possible. So I'm going to write that down. Leverage. So this is the first step of the puzzle of making money online. It does not matter what business model you're in. It does not matter what you're trying to achieve. If you're trying to make money online, or really not even online, if you're just trying to start a business in general, it doesn't matter what you're trying to get into. You need proof of concept. Like, you're not going to be able to get into anything without some sort of proof of concept. And then within proof of concept, then you will get some leverage out of that. So that's why I wrote that down. If you do not have proof of concept, there's no real way to get into things. So in order to get proof of concept starting from zero, if you have zero, you have nothing. The only way to get proof of concept, which is the building block and the starting block of all of online business, then you need to create it from nothing. And how you create it from nothing, how you create it from zero, is doing things for free, doing crazy amounts of outreach, expecting nothing in return. Doing crazy amount of work, expecting nothing in return. Going above and beyond and expecting nothing in return. When you're doing outreach, or when you're doing market research, or when you're starting your offers, you need to start them either for free or at a crazy low price so that you can gain some traction, gain some proof of concept that will lead into leverage. And leverage is everything in business. Right when you have leverage, and when I say leverage, I mean you have proof of your systems working, and that means that you can work with more people because your systems work, and that's what people want to see from you. So literally when I was doing outreach, originally, like a bunch of months ago, when I was first starting outreach, all of my outreach was basically, I'll do this, and this. I send them a video, like personalized for them. It wasn't a spam email that I copy and paste, boom. It was a video explaining to the person exactly within their offers that they currently have, how I would scale them, how I would work with them to make things better, just make them more money in general. And I was like, I'll do all this for free. I just want to learn things, gain credibility, get proof of concept, leverage, all that stuff. So if you don't have any sort of proof of concept, how do you expect to gain proof of concept? You can't. But then after doing a ton of outreach, I eventually did get someone, and it wasn't even like, yeah, do all this for free. It was like, yeah, if you make me money, then we'll make money together. Like, that's how it works. That's how it should work. But you should never be expecting anything when you have zero. All right, when you have zero, you have to start somewhere. All right, next thing I'm using is sock. Okay, so now that I have a little bit of leverage and proof of concept, even if it's just a little bit, it doesn't matter. Now I double down on what works. I figure out what works, what's been working, and I double, triple, quadruple down on that one thing. So then I could just scale that even more and then build more leverage. And that's what I would recommend for most people to do. But in my personal situation, I really want to get into some high ticket offers. If you're still trying to help people scale their schools or their low tickets, then you're stuck in 2023. That's not what we do. It's not going to do anything for you. Unless you're at zero and you have nothing and you just need a little bit of proof of concept, then that's the only situation that'd be okay. And that's what I did. But now I need to get into some higher ticket stuff. Honestly, less work, more money, and more leverage because it's more money. So let me show you exactly how I'm going to get into high ticket. And you can use this exact same strategy. Guys, I'm not trying to hold nothing back. I'm not trying to gatekeep anything. I'm just being super real throughout this whole journey. I'm going to be super real and exactly like the things that I do. And if you guys have any questions or like want to know anything, just DM me on Instagram. But here's my blueprint of how I'm going to get into high ticket. Mark my words, I'm going to get into high ticket. Here's my blueprint. You can copy and paste it for either also getting into high ticket or to just gain leverage in the first place and do some sort of low ticket or just help with any sort of system. Even if it's not a system that generates a ton of money, just working any sort of back-end system for a one-time payment. This blueprint and strategy that I'm about to explain to you would help with any of that. Okay, so here's the blueprint that you can literally copy so you have no excuses, because it's the exact blueprint I'm about to do and it's about to work. And we're no different because this blueprint is something that I've never actually done. Well, technically I've done it for low ticket, but I've never done it for high ticket. So if you're starting from square zero, you still have no excuses because it's the same blueprint as me and I have no more leverage than you in this space because I've never actually done high ticket before. So here's what you're gonna do. First step, always first step, learn the systems. Learn the systems. Why that's important is because if you just skip straight to the trying to make money part, you're not gonna make money. You need to actually know what you're doing, and you need to be confident in your abilities to double someone's MRR or just someone's. So you need to figure out what you're selling or what you're trying to do for someone and then know it like the back of your hand. So to give you an example or an idea of what this means. So for me, what this is going to look like is actually doing it. The best way to learn something is to actually do it. Always. I said that in my first YouTube video. Action beats knowledge, learning, everything. Because you'll learn everything from your actions that you take. So I'm going to take action. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to learn how to scale high ticket things with my current offers that I already have going on. So with the exact blueprint that I feel like right now, even though I genuinely feel like right now I can work with people to get their high tickets like booming. If that's the case and I truly can do that, then I should be able to do it in my current systems. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it in my current systems. I'm going to do market research, trial and error, all of these processes to scale my current stuff, and then I'll gain proof of concept. So learn the systems, do the systems. And if you have no one to do the systems for, then do it without anyone. Like no one's gonna actually join or whatever, but I promise you, take it from me, from experience, you genuinely don't know. Like, you might think you're able to do something, but when it actually comes down to doing it, it's way harder, and the actual process of it is way more difficult and way more different than what you might be learning on the internet. Say you're doing research, you're watching YouTube videos of how to use certain apps or use certain systems. I promise it's way different than that video. It's way different. You're just gonna have to figure it out on your own and do it on your own. So you're gonna learn the systems, do the systems, and then what you're gonna do is double down. Double down means figuring out what works, what's been working, and just hammer down on that one thing. If your systems include a ton of different funnels or a ton of different traffic systems to get into the offer or to get into the webinar, you have to figure out where most traffic is coming from. And then once they're actually a warm lead, figure out what made them buy, and then you're doubling down on that, because you have to have multiple things or reasons of why they would buy, different pain points or different parts of the webinar, different parts of the sales process, like either the setter or the closer, something they said. You have to figure out what it is, and then you have to triple down on that thing and really hone in on it. So what I'm going to do, I have two different things of what I want to try. I'm not going to go into that. It's a whole long process. I have two different things I want to try. So what am I going to do? I'm going to do both of them and figure out which one worked better. And then I'm going to double down on that. And then once I double down on that, then I'm going to figure out what within that double down thing worked best. And then I'm going to double down on that. And then that's how I'm going to do the next thing, which is scale. Scale. And that's basically the final process. Because once you scale, then you go back to the top. Because then once you scale, then you go back to the top. And everything that I talked about in the beginning of the video of proof of concept and leverage is created from scaling. So that's POC, proof of concept, plus leverage. So this all of this is to build proof of concept and leverage. And when within each of these processes, you can still use the strategy of doubling down in each one of these to figure out what works. So within like outreach, for example, I'm gonna be outreaching to a bunch of people. I already have. Like literally today, I did an outreach. I'm not gonna tell you exactly how I did it or who it is. I might pop up the screenshot, but I got them to respond to me. So now I learned what works. Again, guys, I'm not trying to hide nothing. Like if you really want to know like in-depth like things, then you could just DM me. But it would take way too long for me to go really in depth in like each type of system and like how to do everything. This is just a general blueprint of what I'm gonna do and literally what you can do. And I even gave you a blueprint if you're starting from zero. Oh, and I forgot to add. So after you scale, then you gain PLC leverage, and what that leads to is then you can outreach. This is the goal. We want good outreach systems and we want proof of concept in order to outreach. We don't want to be outreaching without proof of concept. So this is what you do. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 leads to proof of concept and leverage leads to good outreach systems. This is what I've done and it's worked. If you don't believe me, look at my last video. And now, what am I gonna do? Double down on what I know works, which is this. And I just gave it to you for free. So I'm gonna do everything I can to scale my current high tickets, which is not easy because, well, there's like 10 different reasons with my specific situation, and that would be a whole nother video. But I'm not gonna make excuses about it, and I'm just gonna try my best to scale within my current offer and within my current client. And then once I do that, then I get proof of concept, and then I get outreach, and then I do outreach. I am technically doing outreach right now still anyway, because I just know I'm going to be able to do it. But you can never do too much outreach, because that's really where everything comes off of, and I wouldn't be in the position I'm in right now without doing a ton of outreach. So now you have no excuse not to be rich. I'm going to go get rich off of this, and I'm literally going to prove it to you. Y'all are going to see. So just do this and copy and paste into your own life. Guys, I promise nobody is special. Nobody is different. Everyone's the same. Just people have put in a little bit more work than everyone else, and that's the reason they're in the position they're in. If you think there's a secret system or a guru you need to be following or buy their course, then you're very wrong. I promise everything is just trial and error and actually wanting it. If you want it bad enough, you'll get it done and you'll figure out how to do things. No one knows how to do anything. Really, no one knows how to do anything. You just start. I've had no mentors. I've worked with nobody. I've learned from nobody. I've done things myself, and I've just figured it out in the process because I wanted it bad enough and because I wanted to. I just wanted to do it bad enough. That's the only reason why I'm going where I'm going and where I am right now. I promise, nobody is special. Nobody has a secret formula. They just put the work in. So that's your sign to just go do that. If you have any questions for me, or if you want to DM me, Luke.Warwick10. There we go. I tried to make that video quick because people have brain rot. And yeah, there you go. Hope y'all learned something from that. And now it's time to not just learn something and don't do anything about it. This is your sign to finally learn something and then actually do some outputs, actually put some work in, or else what you just watched in the video you just watched meant absolutely nothing and it was a waste of your life.